Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I felt this instinct today to record this video and give you some informations from Poland that I came across through two channels that I have recommended recently. That is Suwerenny and Musisz to wiedzieć. Those are Polish channels. I'm not sure if they have English translations, but I would like to share with you a few informations that I came across and yeah, getting a little bit more info about what's really going on here with this government. So let's get into it. But before, actually, I want to tell you on my community page. So I don't know if all of you know what community page is. When you go on the YouTube channel of any creator and you have the main page with the name of the channel, the videos, etc. On the very top, you also have this part that is community page. I tend to share their videos that I come across. Some of them are from the clown world style. Some of them are more serious. So once in a while, please check that, because sometimes YouTube recommends you this to look at if you follow certain creator, if you subscribe to the channel, but sometimes they don't. So just a hint up for you, because I don't want to repost other people's videos. But this is the only way I can share with you, and I'm not going to send you all these emails through my mailing list with all the links to those videos. I might start doing this to some extent, but I don't want to overwhelm you with my emails. So on that note, please join my mailing list. And before we get into the news, I just want to tell you the way to support me, since I don't have any sponsors or anything like that. You can donate to me by PayPal or become a Patreon member, or you can buy the books. I've written 2 books for children for now. There is more coming. There's 2 out of 5. And I have a novel, 44 Becoming Self. It's about my personal, spiritual / life journey so far. So the links are down below. It's important for me to mention this because I don't sell any t-shirts or any other products. This is my creative products that I can offer you. So let's get into the news that I came across. And I'm really grateful for those 2 guys who are doing those researches and have those 2 channels. Again, links will be down below. You can check. If you speak Polish, then it's great. If they translate that into English, then you can follow them as well. So I came across this information on the last video from this person on Musisz to wiedzieć channel, that you remember when the intervention in Ukraine has started and Ukrainian government gave out an order for the men between age of 18 and 60 to be recruited to the military, right? And at this point, which I think those numbers probably are much lower than in reality it happened. However, let's use those numbers. It has been reported that 452,000, which is almost 500,000 men in that age, has crossed the border with Poland and is currently in Poland. So 500,000 of those men between age 18 and 60 decided and were allowed to enter Poland, which this was apparently punished if they were proceeding to do so, and it happened. Now, what also was mentioned, because there are a few aspects to it, right? What was mentioned also is that the border control, the border officers were paid in between $3,000 to $5,000 per person. So the corruption at the border, from the Polish side now I'm talking, well, both sides probably for sure, but this is the amount of money apparently what those border officers, border control was receiving, allowing those men to enter. And like I said many times before, if you follow me on my channel, that where I am in Poland, this is very far west, okay, which is significantly lower number of Ukrainian refugees that we see here. We do see them, of course, but it's not the same as it's very close to the eastern border with Poland. However, I still see quite a lot men of this age on the street. And again, I don't want to be, I've seen it here, but of course, when I was traveling in Poland, you know, when I was in Warsaw or when I was in Wrocław, those towns are more east. Well, actually, Warsaw is, Kraków, for example, right? Those are more east. Definitely a lot of young men in this age group were there. Now, I know that there also have been many Ukrainian refugees here right after 2013. So we cannot say, you know, that all those men are from this like a fresh immigration. However, this is pretty obvious. And again, it's not just Ukrainian men, it's other nationalities too. But that's what was taking place. 500,000 of these men entered Poland at least, and about $5,000 per head was paid for them to enter. This is one news. Another news I came across. Well, actually, on this note, I want to tell you, so how this Polish government operates, right? Because you wonder if they want to send the weapons and support Ukraine, etc. But then they are allowing the military force that Ukraine is requiring to escape Ukraine. So explain this to me, right? Logically. Now, another news I came across is in relationship to the Polish Prime Minister, Morawiecki, who last year in 2021, I think it was at the end of last year, purchased something. And I translated it from Polish into English. And I would like to read you this article. It's not long, but this will explain to you how much in advance. It reminds me Pelosi, actually. It reminds me always drunk Nancy Pelosi, pretty much always drunk. Nancy Pelosi, who is doing the same shenanigans in the United States, right? Because her net worth, just check out her net worth, how significant it is and what she is involved into as far as buying the stocks and the obligations and all those things. So the article starts like this: what to do to earn approximately $20,000 without any effort in a year. You have to have 4.6 million zloty, which is a little bit over $1 million, and buy a treasury bonds for them. Such a move was decided by Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki, who invested almost all of his cash in bonds. The article goes on. The greatest profit is made on a 10-year bonds, the interest of which is also dependent on inflation. A year ago, it was 1.7%, now it's 12%. We know it's more, okay, but I'm just reading the article. A year ago, it was 1.7%, now it's 12%. The interest for the first year will amount to 78,200 zloty, which is, like I said before, around $19,000. In a year from now, it will amount to 561,000 zloty, which is $133,000. So how interesting that Polish Prime Minister has purchased those bonds last year, as if he knew exactly how this inflation will unfold. So the higher the inflation, the more money he's making on this. And I think I came across this another article that was saying that he just stated that he's very transparent and this is what he's advising people to do. But that advice that he was giving to citizens about investing, putting their cash into those bonds, was actually given, I believe, this year, but he made this move, pretty significant move last year. So that's how situation looks with this. I leave the opinion to you guys. I mean, follow the money. And then there is one more information that I would like to give you, and that is in relationship to this famous meeting that took place with Ursula van der Crazy or van der Leyen, however you want to say, von der Leyen, that she was in Poland, and the money that Poland will receive when they will meet certain criteria from that list. That was in my last video, solo video from Poland. That what was not stated during that meeting by none of those two, which is Prime Minister and President of Poland, was the fact that there is a very, very strong emphasis on this Green Deal, right? And what it looks like in reality for Poland. And I would like you to leave the comments, how is this unfolding in your country? Regardless, wherever you are, just leave the comments how this looks like in your country. So we will have additional tax for people who own or buy the car that is not an electric car, including the diesel cars, right? The first increase in tax will be in 2024, then it will be in 2026. The express roads will be paid. At first, they will be just paid for the trucks, but later for the regular cars, let's say, for our cars. And then there is one more tax coming, I believe, in 4 years from now. And this is actually on the official page of that new agreement, right? That in 4 years from now, there will be a tax that will be a form of punishment for you for having the not electric car, okay? I would like to know how is this unfolding in your country, because I'm aware that in England and United Kingdom, they actually, I think they are leaders in this movement, even though they are not in European Union. So this is interesting, right? How this is going, even though they had Brexit, still there is this pressure. And I'm not sure if this is already approved, those regulations about how they are going to implement those extra taxes and those extra punishments for the cars that are not electric. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have for you today, but I will be getting some more information and keeping you updated with those things from Poland. Stay tuned for the next conversations with my guests. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I very, very much appreciate. And you know, sometimes I think if I wouldn't have this YouTube channel, my life would be missing something, because I have this very strong sense of community with you guys. And even though we don't see each other face to face in person, I feel a lot of support from you. And I just want to express my gratitude to you for that. So that's about it for now. I will be doing those updates more regularly from now on. And thank you again for watching. Lots of love. Those are not easy times. And I know one thing, that all of this is happening for a reason. And the reason for me is to expose every single agenda, every single idea, every single person in all across different fields. Let it be financial, in governments, in Supreme Courts, United States, everywhere. So it's not easy, but I think this is actually very, very necessary to see all of this. And then we have the moment of deciding what we're going to do with this. This is exactly where this is heading. So leave the comment down below. How is the situation in your country? What is the level of corruption? I would like to know. And yeah, until next time, I hope this video gives you a little bit of info, just as much as I can. I haven't been in Poland for a very long time, and I'm just getting a glimpse of what was really taking place here and how they are two-faced and how they are changing everything. They were saying before they are against union, now they are so much into European Union. Yeah, there's a lot to uncover here, and I will be searching for more information. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to give the like, because when you do, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. What it means is, like, when there's more likes, the video is recommended by YouTube for other viewers to click on it and watch it. So thank you. Until next time.